I want to talk to you about this great Mahjong set that I found on Amazon. It has everything that you need except for a mat, and I'm big about playing with a mat, so I just pulled out a mat that I already had. You don't have to play with the mat. You could use a tablecloth. You don't have to use anything. This is actually a stainless steel table, so I prefer to have a mat down on it, but you certainly don't have to. But if you do like a mat, just be aware that this set is going to have everything you need except for the mat. So let me show you everything that came in it. So it came in this great box, but inside the box, it came with this storage bag, and it is high quality, and it matters because these tiles are heavy, and you're going to want a good storage bag for your tiles. Plus, it's a great way to shuffle your tiles. It has a zipper on it, so it's awesome for storage. The other thing that it came with was it came with extra jokers and 4 blank tiles. I don't play with blank tiles, and I don't play with 10 jokers. I only play with 8, but I always save the extra ones. I rarely unwrap them because this is in case I lose a joker or I lose a tile. I always could write what the tile is. Let's say I lost the 1 bam. I could just write 1 bam on there, and then we could still play with a full set. So I know people do play with blanks as a different way, but I personally do not, but those came in here. So if you want that, that's great. It also came with 3 dice as well as a wind marker. So if that's something that you play with, that is here. It came with an American Mahjong Scorebook. I've done a review of this book before, just in and of itself as an a la carte item that you can add if you already have a full set but you don't have the scorebook. So it came with a scorebook for you to use for all of your gameplay, and that will also fit right here into the storage bag. So that's awesome. And it came with 2 shuffle cards. Now I have this might make my 6th Mahjong set that I own, and none of my sets have ever come with shuffle cards. I actually had to buy those a la carte to add to the kit, so that's nice that these do come with it. And these shuffle cards have directions, so they are numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's welcome to the game, and it gives you some information. And then number 2 says preparing the tiles, and it gives you some information, and 3, the Charleston, and it explains it, and number 4, let the games begin. So if you needed like a little rule manual, I mean, these are not the full rules, but these definitely are a quick overview. So those are included, and I love that they're on the shuffle cards. So it also came with these 4 racks. Each rack has its own pusher for the wall, so I love that. And it came with score chips. So I don't play with score chips, but some people do. And score chips, they look kind of like poker chips, so that you can keep track of how much money you owe if you're playing for money, or how many points you've earned if you're playing points. So you can give each color a value and then use them like poker chips, and you can collect them and then pay out at the end rather than paying in between each game. So that's totally up to you, but personal preference, but it did come with scoring chips as well. Also, it came with this great storage bag. So everything that you see here fits right into the storage bag, except for the mat, only because the mat is mine and it might fit in there. I just haven't tried it. But the mat, and then all 4, not the mat, the bag for the tiles and everything else, and then all 4 of the racks. And then it zips up so nicely, and it has 2 handles that you can either carry by your shoulder or by hand. So that is a great feature, and it's nice. It's black and padded. Looks kind of unisex, you know, if you're a male or a female that wanted to carry it around. So that is an advantage. So let me go ahead and take out the rack that I had put in here, and then show you how shuffling cards are used. And when I shuffle, I want you to listen closely to the tiles, because you will hear the kind of quality that these are. And these are great tiles, and I'll show you an up close tile in just a minute. So when you take shuffling cards, you just kind of go under the tiles and then up, and you're doing exactly what it says, and you are shuffling the tiles. Now, when you're getting ready to play a new game and all of your tiles have been in the bag, you can just give this bag a huge shake and then do a big dump on your table, and that in and of itself can be a shuffle. But then after you've played that first game and everybody, you know, one person's won Mahjong and everybody's dumping in their tiles, it's time to shuffle them again. And so this is just a quick way to do that. So we can do a quick shuffle, and then I do want to show you the tiles. So these are the cracks, these are the bams, these are the dots, these are the flowers, these are the winds, that's the west wind. Here's the north wind. And then this is the soap, and then there's also a red and green dragon, and then also a joker. So I call this like a very traditional set. The images or the graphics for the bands, the cracks, and the dots, very traditional that you would see. Here's the red dragon. So you know, very traditional. This is the thickness of them, and they are a nice quality. They are engraved and have paint within them, so it's not just on top of it, it's actually in the tile. And then you can hear the tile, right? So a good quality, heavy duty tile. So once we're shuffled, now we're ready to set up the game. We need to build our walls. So I'm not going to build all of them, but I am gonna show you how these stack. So if you wanted to go ahead and just kind of make a line right here to start, and then a wall has, they stack 2 tiles one on top of the other. So we'll just quickly do that. So this is a mini wall. Obviously, it would go all the way across and you would use the right number. But remember how I talked about how these racks each have their own pusher. So then you can push out like this and they go into a straight line. If you're familiar with Mahjong, then you know about building the wall. If you're racking your tiles, the same thing. They fit very nicely right here up on the rack. So just to show you, they fit nicely there in the tray. And then if you're going to expose your tiles, there is room right here for you to do so for gameplay. So the racks are the perfect size for the tiles, which I'm always thankful about. And then you are ready to go. So you're gonna have everything you need with this one simple set here on Amazon. And like I said, if you like to play with a mat, which I personally do, you will need to add a mat, but other than that, you are good to go.